Hello, my name is Elizabeth HeartStar, and I'm here today to talk about the Leo new moon that will be happening in about 8 hours. New moons are always the time to plant seeds of intention. It's when the time is most fertile to plant those seeds, as farmers do. And Leo, being the sign of the heart, the sun that gives us life and light, wishes for us to shine and to follow our hearts. This is a special new moon in that Mercury, who is the messenger of the sun, is never very far away from the sun, is very close and is aligning now to the royal gatekeeper star, the heart of the lion, in the constellation of Leo. Regulus is the name of this bright, bright star, the heart of the lion, the heart of love, of compassion. So we have this wonderful opportunity to receive this royal activation, initiation of our heart at this special new moon. And on the 22nd of August, the sun will be at that Regulus, heart of the lion degree. So there's been a lot of the activation from the Syrian Lion's Gate. And on the last eclipse in July 4th, the sun is aligned to Sirius. So there's been a lot of activation of the royal lineage, really connecting to our ancient Atlantean roots. And there are many legends and memories that many of us have of the times of Atlantis that were a golden time, but also a time of the misuse of energy and power and technology, and where their life is not linear, but spirals. So we're at this critical time on the planet. So at this new moon, I would like to set a prayer of intention that peace and unity, goodwill, good health, clean water, shelter for those that are in need for during this reset time that began in January of 2020, when the two planets, Saturn and Pluto, came together. This is a time of destroying foundations and structures that need to be changed to serve the greatest whole, the global community. And it's playing out instead of a world war in this unusual way. I really wanted to talk about Mars, and I made an Astro-Oracle deck, and they're astrology cards, and this is the Mars card, and it's actually a photo from NASA of Mars with the symbol of Mars. That arrow pointing up, it says act. It's very Mars in its positive is courageous, an initiator, a pioneer, a leader, a guide, and it's in its own sign of Aries right now. So it's very strong. The shadow side of Mars is anger, destruction, war. It's the blood in the body. It can be quick to act too quick without thinking, as the ram is the symbol of Aries. So things are heated up. So Mars is making a beautiful trine aspect supporting this new moon energy, which is wonderful for us to activate that heart, the heart of the lion, that royal lineage, and remembering that we are here as stewards of the earth, our mother who provides for us. So Mars is making the trine aspect, but it's also making the challenging square aspect to the lineup in Capricorn, the Pluto, Jupiter, Saturn, and the asteroid goddess Pallas Athene, the goddess of truth and wisdom. They're all retrograding in the sign of Capricorn, which is a sign of the governments or the structures, and retrograding. And Jupiter expands everything. So it's all coming to the surface, and all of the darkness is coming to the light for us to bring about these enormous changes that are needing to happen for our evolution. 2020, in this decade, is the time of the big shift. And the United States, Pluto return will be in 2022. So we're feeling it now because Pluto takes so long to go through a sign, takes 250 something years to go around the zodiac. So we're feeling already all this tension going on with the politics and the polarities. And not only is Mars squaring, making a challenge for us to get out of an old way of doing things and supporting this, our hearts, the heart of the lion that wants the best for its people, for them to all be cared for and fed, especially during this time when so many are without jobs. Now, along with Mars is his sister, Eris. You can see Eris has a symbol similar to Mars, but it's going down, and she is the goddess of chaos and disruption. And they're exact today on this new moon at 24 degrees of the sign of Aries, the natural sign for Mars. So it's strong. And then so things are so fired up that we have to really be mindful of our energy. Mars is our energy. And really balance it with our heart, with love. Because the fires are happening, the heat around the world, everything is heated up, and people are really in need, and in need of all of you who can assist in just by being at peace within yourself. It's not an easy time to do that, I know, but we do have spiritual support with Neptune. Look at that gorgeous photo of Neptune. Neptune, who is the higher octave of Venus, the goddess of love. I wrote on the Neptune card, visualize, for Neptune is not of the earth, but is of spirit. It's the unconditional love. Venus is close to the earth, so it's attracting beauty, love. Neptune is unconditional, divine, beyond the beyond. The cosmic ocean where we are all contained as one. And Neptune being in its own sign of Pisces for till 2026 is assisting us, especially right now with Jupiter. Jupiter and, oh, sorry, that's Venus. Venus, I will talk about because Venus is in, I have these all turned around. Venus is in aligned to the star Sirius. So the lions, the lion gate that opened at Sirius, and now the heart of the lion star in the constellation of Leo. So we're still activating the lion energy, the royal lineage, our hearts, the home of within us all. But the two planets that are really supporting us right now spiritually is Jupiter and Neptune are in a wonderful aspect called a sextile aspect, which is supporting us. There's a lot of spiritual support from the angels, from the galactics, from all these wise ones in our world that are sharing freely their love and wisdom. Eckhart Tolle is doing wonderful things. Deepak Chopra. I just listened to a wonderful Carolyn Meese, who's a fantastic spiritual teacher, a new YouTube that is something about never, never land, that we're in this surreal never, never land. This has never happened. And we're all kind of in shock. And yet we know that things need to change in our world. And that this is the way it's playing out. There is a divine plan and purpose in all of this. So I wanted to talk a little bit more about this Leo new moon. Because, as I said, Sirius is aligned to Venus and Regulus exactly on Mercury. Actually, Regulus is moving into the sign of Virgo from Leo. So it's about taking care of the earth now. It's right on the cusp of Leo and Virgo. I think it's the energy of the Sphinx, like the mysteries go within. Much is being revealed to us as Neptune is in Pisces. That which has been hidden is coming into the light to be seen and to be changed, that which needs to be changed in our own lives. And there are two, what I call the major configurations when 3 or more planets are in a form, and this is the T-square. T-squares are challenging aspects. They're, as you can see, they look like bow and arrows. And Chiron, who brings us the keys to heal our deepest wounds, looks like an old-fashioned key. Chiron, the wounded transformational healer, the shamanic healer, is in Aries right now. So it has a lot to do with healing that Mars force, that wounded self, healing the self, healing those traumas within us, and healing that ego side that can often take over and always has to be right. You know, everyone is right for themselves, and that's where I think this is such an important time to see the other as yourself. And no, you don't know their whole story, where their wounds come from. So how to be compassionate. So this T-square is squaring Venus, who's opposite Pallas Athene. So this is about really giving voice. Pallas Athene, the goddess of wisdom and truth, that is an advocate, is looking at Venus and Sirius, and then Chiron, the Mars, is wounded and is needing to focus on the opposite point to find balance. And interesting that Chiron in this configuration, which is being held back by Venus and the goddess of wisdom and truth, is needing to focus on balance. Libra, ruled by Venus, coming from love, seeing the other. Aries is the I am, the self. Libra, the balance, we are. Relationship, partnership, finding harmony. And then the other T-square is Queta, powerful T-square with the empowered feminine, the goddess Juno, that is all about being in right relationship and being in cooperation and equality, is opposite Mars in Aries, who just wants to, you know, go and not consider the other. Well, Juno is all about working together to make things work. And then they're both squaring that Capricorn, Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn, which are all retrograde, being held back by this kind of a little bit of a tension. Oppositions are needing to balance, opposing energies that are seeking balance. And where is Jupiter, Pluto, Saturn needing to focus on? Cancer, the family, the home, the mother, the children. So these are very dynamic energies that are playing out at this new moon. The other thing is that the planet Uranus, this is actually two NASA photos superimposed because I couldn't decide which one I liked. And Uranus is very much about crystal clarity. It was discovered when electricity, it brings light and change, a catalyst. It's known as the cosmic consciousness. It is technologies, it is new ways, it is always looking to make things better. And it's in the sign of Taurus, the earth sign. It went in a couple of years ago, about 2.5 years ago, and it will be there. It's a 7-year cycle for quite a few more years in Taurus, and Uranus is unsettling, unexpected, and changes in the foundations, earth, fixed earth, Taurus, economy. And Uranus just went retrograde. So there are, let's see, there's how many planets are retrograde now? There's Jupiter, Pluto, Saturn, Uranus, the planetary nodes, Neptune, and Chiron. Wow. I mean, which is what is happening. We're all like in this retrograde. We don't know how it's going to all play out, but we need to look at how are we reacting. There can be a lot of reaction with the Mars, with Eris with Mars, who's the goddess of disruption. There's so much polarization with people's beliefs, and then where the North Node is in Gemini, and will be for over another year. So communication is really what's up. And this month, the south node of the moon, which has to do with our collective past, looking at our collective past, is aligned to the galactic center point, which is the center point of our whole Milky Way galaxy, that everything revolves around that galactic point, which takes us to other galaxies. There are so many galaxies. So we have this wonderful opportunity also this month and at this particular new moon in Leo to really focus our energies at that 0 point, you know, and it is the heart point within us. That is our sun. We all have that sun within us. To find that peace with all this fiery energy. A lot of fire in this chart. Fire and earth energy. So I just would like to share that I always put the earth in the horoscope as wherever the sun is, your light, that the opposite point by degree and sign is where the earth is, or how you find the grounding. You can call it the polarity point. And so I want to bring attention that as we are, the sun is in the sign of the sun Leo, the earth right now is in Aquarius. And we are activating this golden age of Aquarius. And Aquarius is all about collaborating with others of like mind, community, friends, those that wish to make things better for the future and for future generations. The water bearer who can calm the fires. So thank you for listening. And if I can be of service in any way, I'm at astro-oracle.com. Blessings, peace, and love to all of you. May you have good health and have all that you need. And may we work together to make this world a better place. Thank you.